Hey guys, Fedotoff here, and I wanted to share with you some of the insights that I have learned from 8 and 9 figure exits. Not necessarily mine, but you know, one of them is ours, but the other ones are just from other people that I've connected with from my network in the past few weeks. So, few things that you have to kind of like understand, right? And I think that's where a lot of business owners are just undercutting themselves, right? Like when, let's say you start like e-commerce business, you start dropshipping business, and let's say you grow it like to 7 figures or like multiple 7 figures, right? And as everything in life, it takes time, right? It takes time to build a business to that point. So when it takes time for business to get to that point, then a lot of the business owners, they have no idea what to do with business at that point. Right? They just continue to do exactly what they've done before, continue to ship the product from China, their customer experience is so-so, right? So sooner or later, so what will happen with product, with that business, is that it will start to decline, right? And that's how it's been for our business as well. But recently, when we started to just take our business more seriously, and I mean, our business is like every business is like up and down, right? But it's became so much more consistent in the past like 6 months that now the business is fully prepared to be sold. So what I've learned from that, like one of the lessons that I have learned is that you have to just put a consistent effort to make your business sellable, right? And to make a business sellable, right? Like one of the things, for example, if I'm looking to acquire a business, if I'm looking to buy the business, then one of the things that I'm looking at is what is repeat purchase rate, right, in a given business. So if you go to Shopify Analytics, then you'll see the repeat purchase ratio. So what it tells you, that specific number, is like whether people that have bought from you like once, whether they're open to buy from you again, right? And so, I mean, it's not that like extremely critical number for most people. I mean, it doesn't matter, right? We are profitable in the front end. Why would we care? But for a potential investor, for someone who's considering buying that business, that number is such fucking important number, because that pretty much tells the business, the investor, whoever is buying that, there is certain revenue that will come into the business. You do some changes to it or not, whether you improve it or not, right? And just shows you that you have built something that is valuable to people, that they actually care enough to come back and buy again, right? And so this is what happened to us. So for example, our repeat ratio right now, depending on the store, in our stores, like 10 to 20%, which is not perfect. And for example, I had a conversation with Moise Ali, who has sold his business for $100 million to Procter & Gamble after basically scaling it from 0 to multiple 8 figures in just 2.5 years. You can see the, maybe there is some link, or just check out my channel. I had this amazing conversation with him. But what you learn from that is that, for example, in their business, they had the repeat purchase ratio of like 50%, right? So on the front end, they wouldn't make like a lot of money, but then at some point they would make like $1 million per month just from customers coming back to the business and buying again, right? I mean, obviously that's consumable, right? That's type of the product that people needed again, like deodorants. But also the part of that was the product was actually good and the experience was actually good. So, and also we've been analyzing with our team the exit of the Chewy, right? So Chewy was one of the biggest exit in the history of e-commerce, of retail. It was $3 billion exit. And basically the platform that Chewy is a platform that has many different items, right? Specifically for pets, right? So this is like a marketplace for pets. And how do you scale the platform like this? The founder decided to just focus on the amazing customer experience, right? So he would buy products for his pet from like Amazon, and the customer experience wasn't at points very good, right? Exceptional, right? So they decided just to focus on that one fucking thing, like customer experience. Hey guys, people have been asking me how we scale to multiple 6 figures or even 7 figures per month without getting shut down on Facebook, and we have a very sophisticated solution for this that I want to share with you, but it's just like too valuable to give away for free. So if you guys want this solution, just book a call with one of my team members and we'll show you exactly what it is and how it works, and we'll see if that's a good fit for you and for your business. So just book a call with my team member. We'll share it with you so you can scale your business to multiple 6 figures or even 7 figures per month without getting shut down on Facebook, without having inconsistency, and with high profitability. So just book a call with my team and I'll see you there. Right? And so obviously it was difficult to scale that business because the business was having so many SKUs and so much infrastructure that it just required them to just constantly look for cash and kind of like reinvest back into the business. But at the end of the day, it worked out for them, right? They found good investors, they've scaled the business, and they eventually sold it to PetSmart for like $3 billion. So focusing on customer experience, right? So you have to find your angle to the market. You have to craft the strategy for a specific market, right? If you look at, for example, the Drunk Elephant, right? So Drunk Elephant was an amazing exit of the lady was entrepreneur. So she founded the business. They scaled it to like $100 million in revenue or something like that in like 7 years or so. And then they sold it for $845 million, I guess, to the big Japanese company, right? To big cosmetics company. Their main channel of the advertising, of distribution, of selling their products was Sephora, you know, the retail stores, right? There are many fucking stores there are many like products in Sephora. If you think about it, like if you think about how many products are in Sephora, but how many of those brands are actually selling for like 8, 9, 10 figures, right? Like there are not as many examples of those brands actually scaling for like crazy multiples. So what the lesson from that is that it have a lot of different distributors, many chains, right? So but they decided just to focus on Sephora and just dial that one in, right? The multiple was a bit high, I guess. It's like 7 times revenue. It's just very crazy multiple from at least information that I have access to. But it worked out, and it was an amazing exit that made, you know, the founder very like wealthy person. She's still with the company, helps the company expand, you know, to maintain the brand equity and maintain the brand position in the market and grow it farther. But at the end of the day, it was like focus on one retail channel. So they didn't do a lot of the Facebook ads, right? They didn't do a lot of the, you know, other ads. They just like dial in, like made that one channel, one distributor, made that partnership work. And that was their advantage. That was their strategic positioning, right? So in your business, you have to identify what is your strategic positioning. Like, how do you want your business to be positioned comparing to other businesses, right? What differentiation points you have, right? Maybe it's a product, maybe it's amazing customer support, maybe it's just overall good experience, right? Maybe it's, you know, what a lot of people are trying to do is like, they're trying to be like very good marketers and just like, you know, having like an average product that people don't buy again and again, but having like amazing marketers and somehow people buy, right? That's what a lot of dropshippers are good at, like just selling that first like transaction, creating the perception of the product, selling it somehow. But then, you know, the experience after that doesn't make customer to come and buy again, right? So if you just switch that one part, okay, so how do I make the product actually better than anyone else in the market who's selling it, right? Could be product quality, could be customer experience, right? So if someone messages you, like responding fast to those tickets and just making sure that customers feel happy, maybe dropping some free gifts, you know, in the package. Like for example, my wife buys some cosmetics, and the best of the brands, they would always drop some cosmetics, some samples in there. And that's a very simple thing, you know, you drop a sample, maybe you have like, you sell one product, but then you have a sample of another product that you could sell. I just give that and create that unexpected experience for a customer. So those are some of the things that I have learned from, you know, analyzing this like different acquisitions. At the core of it, a lot of people would probably not think about kind of like growing like massive business, right? They would probably aim for like middle 8 figures, and to get to those numbers and sell the business at 9-figure valuation, it's I mean, it's just like reverse engineering that. It's just a process, right? And undoubtedly our next projects will be able to exit for 9 figures, because that's, you know, like the exit that we'll have now, it's 8 figures, but we'll have the exit for like 9 figures. I'm 100% sure of it, because knowing what we know now, and obviously, you know, making all of these mistakes that you guys don't have to make because you watch this video, but focusing on those will just make you, you know, make your work worthwhile, right? You put like 2, 3, 5 years into building the business, you make it profitable in the process, but then at the same time, you also make tremendous exits, right? You make money when you exit the actual business, right? So, and that could be life-changing numbers. One of the things I wanted to cover, but I'll probably cover that in one of the next videos, is whether you should attract like investors for your business, because let's say you grow the business to like 7 figures, multiple 7 figures, 8 figures. Should you actually get an investor on board with your business, so then you can leverage their network, you can leverage their connections, and then you can exit the business for a more substantial amount, right? The same business, but the investors, they just have this sophisticated network of people that if you just get access to that, then, you know, they can make like one introduction. They can make like, you have the company like beauty space, and they have connection to like the biggest like beauty companies. Hey, I have this like very interesting company that you guys might be interested in, and you know, their numbers look pretty good. So from your side as an entrepreneur, you have to focus on just building a good business, profitable business. That's what you learn from all of these stories. Most of them, at least, you know, some businesses would just like lose money every single year, just like focus on expansion, expansion, expansion. And then the last year before selling, they might, you know, optimize for profit, and then they would exit. But sometimes you can just optimize for profit from day one. But what a lot of people do, and that's probably the lesson I mentioned in this video, guys, because a lot of people, like, how they view the business is just like wrong, right? Like, they would see the business as something that just feeds them and buys them, like, and fits their lifestyle, right? And if you look at the business from that side, then it's a trap, right? It's a trap, because, for example, if you look at the business from this side, the business might make like $1 million or $5 million profit in a year, and then you just extract all of that money, you buy the fucking house, you buy the cars, you buy, like, you know, you buy a bunch of stuff, right? And obviously your lifestyle increases, like, you obviously have more overhead now to maintain all of that lifestyle that you just created, and there's nothing wrong with that, but the sacrifice that comes with that, right? Because whatever you invested into like your own lifestyle, you took out of business, right? First you pay taxes, but then you invested that out of business, so the business wouldn't grow as fast and as much next year, right? So now you have made that choice, and that's how a lot of people do it. Like, they look at e-commerce or like drop shipping. I know a lot of people who do like amazing numbers, but they just feed their lifestyles. And people who do tremendously well, they're just very disciplined with their finances. So even if business does very well, they just keep reinvesting, right? They just keep reinvesting, reinvesting back into the business, and that's how you actually build the business. The way I see it, the business is just a tool to make money, so then you can reinvest money into the business and make more money, right? So this is how I see it, but that's, you know, what I know. I know what I know, and that made me successful in some ways, but, you know, there are many different ways. But what I see is that if you invest like 2, 3, 5 years into building the business, even 10 years into building the business, then it must be worthwhile. You have to think about the strategy that you have. That's why, you know, all of these things that I've shared with you guys, think how you can implement them into your own business, think how you can make your business different from the competition, have some competitive advantage. Either it's a product, maybe it's just a positioning niche, you know, maybe you position the product for a different market. I've seen some cosmetic companies that are one of the fastest growing companies in the United States that are just focusing, and they do accessories, they do handbags, and they're just focusing on black ladies, you know. So there is a lot of ways that you can segment and just like focus on a specific market, so then your story resonates with people, and a lot of people buy just because of the story, because they like the story. This is it, guys. This is what I wanted to share with you. Just create that strategy for you to scale your business to the next level, so then you can eventually exit it, and it will be all worthwhile effort, all of this, you know, journey, not only in short term when you're making profits, you feeding your family and creating this like initial lifestyle, but also in terms of long-term exit and you sell it for life-changing amounts. So this is it, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. If you're looking for help with scaling your business, maybe getting some fund infusion into your business, like cash infusion into your business, because that's will be like one of the priorities for us next year, to invest into fast-growing businesses as part of our company, then there should be a link below. You can apply for a free call with one of our team members. We'll see how we can help you. Maybe we can help you to scale from 6 to 7 figures. Maybe we can help you to scale from 7 to 8 figures, or possibly we can help you to position your brand for the exit and help you to sell it and have tremendous time and life-changing exit. So yeah, just check out the link there, and thank you for watching, guys. Like this video, let me know what you think in the comments, comment below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.